Setting boundaries, speaking your truth, standing up for yourself and for your opinions, your rights, who you are as a sensitive empath, highly sensitive person, a God's chosen one, an earth angel, starseed like myself. When you have gone through serious abusive treatment, childhood trauma, scapegoat trauma, for example, reactive abuse, all of these things might have taken your personal power and your voice away, and you really might have to start to learn and practice your healthy boundaries from the scratch. Like basically you're starting your entire life over, like you're just born now. You can even feel like it, especially if the abuse has been ending recently. You can really feel it, and of course it is a very empowering, a very positive feeling to have. If you're actually feeling that, you're cultivating that positive empowering energy within yourself to be able to be yourself authentically and speak your truth, speak your mind, and be standing up for yourself when you need to, because you have to do these things for your life to continue, for self-care, for self-love, for self-respect, self-appreciation, acknowledging your own value and worth, standing in your own frame. And so, yes, if you're feeling right now that you are having this new life, and along with it, you are practicing, you're learning, you're growing, you're evolving like you're supposed to, you're actually understanding what your healthy boundaries are and what your identity is. Well done. That is so great. That is fantastic. That is what you're supposed to be doing. And not be giving your energy to toxic people, toxic narcissists anymore. They are so broken and immature people, and all they do is hurt you and destroy you, betray you and deceive you. And so if you're healing from heartbreak right now, well done as well, that you're giving yourself the space and the time to be able to heal, because healing always needs time and space to happen. You cannot be healing yourself if you're still interacting with toxic people in toxic environments, surroundings that are not really serving you. They're just hurting you. They're just exhausting you and draining you out. Usually, as chosen ones, we cannot just trust people, apparently, which I have learned the hard way, that this just simply happens, that usually we cannot put any faith or trust in people, and this can also involve, let's say, social workers or mental health professionals or volunteers who are supposed to help you and be empathetic and understanding and kind to your crisis situation, to all of that trauma. So it is very wrong when they don't give that. And all I can do is wonder, why are they even working in those positions at all, whether paid or not, but even more so if they are getting salaries, that they should be able to help people, like doctors, for example. So, but this is how it goes, that when you are a chosen one from God, you just cannot rely on people. That those people who you can rely on are very rare. And of course, we can always pray about things, talk to God like we should, and manifest things to happen and be attracting our soul tribe people like I am doing as well. I've been doing for a long time. But it takes a lot of understanding that first you have to understand yourself and where you are coming from, and what your needs and boundaries are, because naturally, if you lack those healthy boundaries, it is always apparently inviting in disrespect, which is again not all right. And this is a very sad truth that I have come to realize and acknowledge and understand on my journey throughout my life, that, you know, so many people just never understood me or were there for me, and even in healthcare. It is so sad. It's very hurtful and painful to even think about. Because who do you go to? And ultimately, it is only God, only Jesus, only our angels, our invisible support system that we can go to. And of course, listening to yourself is always, of course, the most important thing, yes. The ultimate most important thing is, of course, to be able to tune in, to listen to your intuition, because who can listen to you if you don't listen to you? Nobody else can do that for you. So listening to yourself, to your own needs, taking care of your own needs, is the most healing, most supportive, most kind, most empathetic thing that you can ever do for yourself. So be pouring into yourself instead of too much. Be pouring into others who don't even reciprocate. So I hope that you can stop doing that and just be focusing on yourself more, because your health, your healing need that. Your children need that. If you have pets, they need that as well. And unfortunately, this is a truth, but it can be so difficult that bullies won't stop unless you really stand your ground with them and tell them that what you're doing, how you are talking to me, how you are treating me is not acceptable. So you always need to be setting that boundary. Like, for example, my cats, they're so stubborn. They show their opinions, like my son always has as well. They do show what they want. And if they don't want something, they ignore it, or they show me that I don't want this. Go away, I don't want this. So in the same way, I've been thinking about this a lot, that I have actually been learning from my cats and from my own son. In this beautiful way, they have been my teachers. They have reminded me of boundaries. And I got to thinking about this, that yes, actually this is the right thing to do, because yes, we should always be able to be our authentic selves, like I've been saying in my videos and posts, and to be able to speak up and speak our truth and set our boundaries. And if somebody has issues with those, then they are just wrong people. They are abusive, they are disrespectful, immature, childish, toxic people, and they just don't belong to our lives because they are not ultimately serving us. They can be there to teach us to set those boundaries even more, and we have to be very strict with them, and it can be so exhausting, but you only need to be able to do it once. So not be overextending yourself and repeating that boundary.